Alright, what's this first one? What is this first one? PS5, let's go!
Shiva's dominant.
Shiva. Is this Final Fantasy? Shiva? Chocobos! It's Final Fantasy! Oh shit! This is Final Fantasy 16! The rumors were true! Holy shit! Is that Titan? Summon! He said summon specifically! Titan! That's Shiva, it really is Shiva! Wow! Oh god! That looks amazing! What?
The crystal easily.
Is that the main character?
Be a bitter fight.
Are these the main characters? Oh! That scene we just saw with the awesome summon battle was in the past. And this stuff is in the present, I guess? Or closer to the present, because, like, if these are the main characters, they look super young. Right before the story?
We have discussed this.
I don't know. Fire magic.
Come, Joshua.
Joshua's the little kid.
I'm sworn to protect.
That's a sweet white chocobo. Oh, gameplay! At least it looks like it's actual gameplay. He has Noctis's like teleport stuff. Warps. There we go. They were called warps. I played Final Fantasy 15 way too much. It looks extremely familiar. Oh, it's a Marlboro. You can hit that Marlboro with your fire magic, bro. The first few hits are clearly fire. Then he upgrades to like Fyra.
It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the battle.
Wow, she is like sassy. She is like Scarlet 2.0 or something. Also, I called it. Like, I said in my Discord right before this PS5 showcase started that if Final Fantasy 16 was real, I predicted they were gonna go all in again on, what do you call this? The classic or more traditional fantasy setting a la Final Fantasy 9 or 12. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Damn! I like it. Show me more, please. Is that Odin? It could be Odin or just some other type of awesome enemy. Either way, it looks cool. Oh no, he's dead, so he's just some boss. Oh, Quarrel! Quarrel, I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea what this thing is. Goblin? Oh! Your bodyguards are dead, Prince. You're gonna get kidnapped, and this guy needs to get you back. That is the story. What the hell is that Devil May Cry stuff? Oh, he has more weapons! Because in like Final Fantasy 15, you could like switch out weapons on the fly. He has like the usual single-handed sword, but then he also has like monk gloves like Tifa has and stuff. That is super sick, man. Yeah, look at that. That is like super sick. Shit. That's some great looking combos. Looks like a really nice evolution of the FF15 combat. Phoenix! Oh, awesome. Because Phoenix is never like a highlighted summon in these games. It's always like an extra summon and not one of the main ones. It's awesome to see it being like a main thing this time. Ifrit! Wow! That is badass. Of course, it's Final Fantasy. It has to have the Legacy of the Crystals. Phoenix versus Ifrit! Fire versus fire! Somehow, that's gonna work. Shiva. Yeah, it's usually Shiva versus Ifrit, right? Oh! Punch the bird! My god. My freaking god. Oh no, that doesn't look good for Phoenix. Phoenix like dies in the cutscene.
I'll kill you.
That's sad. He doesn't look exactly like Noctis, but yeah, it's really a Noctis 2.0 look for me. It's not a bad thing, I'm just saying. Plus, he really moves like Noctis. He looks and moves exactly like a Noctis 2.0. I guess that's the story. It's like a story of revenge, and you gotta get the prince back or something. The logo is Phoenix versus Ifrit. What? the story hinges on the summon versus summon battle. It's Pokemon, but summon scale Final Fantasy. Wah wah wah! Goddamn, that is sick. PS5, yo! Oh man, this is gonna be an awesome system to own. Yo, guys, that was sick. I'm getting like shivers and goosebumps and whatever. That was like, oh, I'm speechless. That's crazy because you know me, guys. I'm a blabbermouth. I like talking, and I can't. That trailer left me legit speechless. First of all, I can't believe it was real. There was a tweet from like, I forget, like producer or someone from Square Enix the other day teasing like a huge announcement at the PS5 showcase, but like, and yeah, like it was heavily rumored to be FF16, and I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome if they reveal FF16 at the PS5 showcase event, but I was like, it can't be anywhere far along, right? Like I was totally expecting it to be like a logo and like some key art or whatever like that, like some awesome looking concept art to give us like a good sense of the look and feel and the story and things like that. But what the hell was that? That was like a 4-minute trailer that contained a ton of stuff, and a lot of the FMV and some of the actual gameplay looked finished. I didn't know that Square Enix could do that simultaneous with the development of Final Fantasy VII Remake and all of its sequels. Like, how is that possible? Like, I do 100% believe that they are in full development also of Final Fantasy VII Remake 2, and it's going to come out within the next 2 or 3 years or something like that. Hopefully, unless, it gets delayed by the current state of the world right now, and maybe it'll be delayed. Instead of like coming out 2-3 years, maybe it'll come out 3 to 4 years instead. Whatever. I believe them when they say we're not going to wait another 10 years like part 1, right? But like I didn't know that Square Enix was doing that and was developing Final Fantasy 16 at the same time at a very nice pace apparently, because a lot of it looks finished now. It's way beyond like the concept art and the logo that I was just expecting. And what the hell? And goddamn, the whole premise and concept of the thing is this huge Pokemon battle thing, but you're using summons, and like I'm thinking like there's gonna be a ton of summons from like the previous Final Fantasies, even like some of the obscure ones like Atomos from Final Fantasy 9 and some of the older Final Fantasies, and like Ixion and all of these other things, and they're gonna duke it out, and like some of the summons the bad guys are controlling, some of the summons like the good guys are controlling. Like for example, in the FMV, in the trailer we just saw, like maybe you have control of Phoenix, and maybe the bad guy has control of Ifrit, and then you fight, and it's crazy. Like the war at the start of the trailer, they were clearly fighting another army that had like control of Shiva, right? And then they summon Titan, and then Shiva and Titan fight. That's crazy, and that's like the whole premise of the game is like you are like a knight or something from one army, and then you're fighting another army from like another country or whatever it is, and there's a kidnapped prince, and like the trump cards of either country / army are like they have their own set of summons, and it's gonna be crazy, man. Like that was one of my favorite things from Final Fantasy 9 was that there were huge summon battles in places, but they weren't like all over the game. They were like here and there every once in a while, right? Here, apparently, it's gonna happen all throughout the whole game. And man, like the huge scale summon stuff that happens in like Final Fantasy 15 and 7 Remake, those were awesome. Like when Noctis shrugs off Titan's fist or whatever. And then that's just gonna be the whole game of Final Fantasy 16, and I can't wait. And it looks amazing. And I really don't mind that the main character is literally just Noctis 2.0, because I love Final Fantasy 15. I'm admittedly really tired of Noctis at this point. Like, I hardly used him during my PC playthrough. I just used all 3 of the rest. My main in my PC playthrough was actually Gladio. I used primarily Gladio and sometimes Ignis and Prompto, because I got really tired of using just Noctis my first 160 hours in like the PlayStation version. I finished the 160 hours, but my 160 hour playthrough of Final Fantasy 15 the first time before the patch came out to allow you to like play the other characters. So I made the most of that when I played the PC release and hardly played Noctis. But that said, it's been a while since I last played Final Fantasy 15, and I don't mind using Noctis again. I mean, we're in a post Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 world. I'm guessing that it's not gonna be like vanilla Final Fantasy 15, where you're just stuck using the one main character, right? I hope so. Like, I got tired of that. I mean, I didn't mind it the first time, but after 160 hours of that, I got tired of it for sure. So I'm hoping like you get like your 3, 4, how many characters you can swap between per party, and you're not just stuck with Noctis 2.0. Other than that, everything looks amazing, like the movement, the warps, the magic usage. We didn't get to see a lot of the world except in like the FMV stuff, and like the world building and all of that, world exploration is a huge part of Final Fantasy, of why I love Final Fantasy. And I'm hoping for a more varied world than the mostly desert we got in 15 and the mostly just city that we get in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm hoping we get like other kinds of things like different towns and forests and mountain regions and ice areas and things like that. In 16, there was no release date like at all, so I'm guessing the earliest this is gonna drop is 2022, because if it was gonna drop in 2021, they would have put 2021 in like huge fonts like at the end of that trailer, but they didn't, which leads me to believe that at earliest this is gonna arrive in 2022, maybe 2023 if like the pandemic delayed it a bunch. So in that sense, I do believe that this is definitely going to come out before Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, which is great because it's not going to be just Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, 2, 3, 4, however many there are going to be, like I initially predicted, because I didn't think they'd have the resources to do otherwise. So they're going to break it up. It's going to be like Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, then Final Fantasy 16, then Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, then maybe something else. I don't know. If Final Fantasy 16 is going to come out in 2022 or 2023, I'm pretty sure that's the only major Final Fantasy that's going to come out that year. They're not going to, cannibalize their own sales by releasing both Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and 16 too close together. So if this is going to come out in 2022, 2023, I'm guessing Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to come out in like 2023 or 2024. Latest maybe 2025. Again, depending on how much the pandemic just delayed and screwed over current development in general. But god freaking damn, guys, Final Fantasy 16 is real and it looks awesome and I cannot wait for it. And what did you guys think about the trailer? Did you love it? Are you as hyped as I am for Final Fantasy 16 coming in a couple of years? Let me know down in the comments and we can talk about it. And this has been Asian Action Actor. If you like my reaction to the Final Fantasy 16 reveal trailer from the PlayStation 5 showcase, please click like down below and subscribe to see more of my awesome content. While you're here, you might want to see the other trailer reactions that I have already done on my channel.